What is the toughest thing that you've ever had to do? Now, I don't know what comes to your mind. Maybe it was something that required some physical grit, a marathon, or a project that maybe required a lot of physical labor. Maybe it was something intellectually intensive, completing a class or passing a test. Now, for some, the toughest experience of their life was a relationship that needed to be mended back together. See, this series we've been in talking about what Scripture asks of us in regards to living life amongst one another. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32 is why we are talking about the difficult things in life. And it says this, it says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ forgave you." See, that instruction to Christ followers, forgive as Christ forgave. Well, that might be the hardest thing that you've ever had to do in this life. Some of you are thinking about this person right now, this great offender in your life. How do you even begin to forgive? Here's my suggestion. Practice it often. Practice forgiving the people around you as often as you can. Start with the neighbor whose weeds are starting to impede on your property. Start with the driver that is seemingly going out of their way to make you furious. Start with your spouse who didn't follow through with what they said they would do. See, I have a feeling that when we are in the practice of extending grace and forgiveness for the little things in our life, then forgiving the big things in our life might not be as tough as we think it is. See, this verse in Ephesians provides the perfect perspective to all of this. It ends just as Christ forgave you. See, we can't think about how hard it is to forgive without thinking about how hard it was for Christ to go to the cross.